Well, I was starting to get into a bad funk, and I said funk, F-U-N-K, this week. We had a little medical stuff, a lot of antibiotics, a little of this, a little of that, and I haven't been sleeping, except, 3 to 4 hours a night here the last, couple of nights and stuff. And this sucked because there's a convention in Roanoke, Virginia, Roanoke Valley Comicon. And I was like, I ain't going to go. I want to be too tired and stuff. So I woke up, I rolled off the couch, I got in my van, and I made the 2-hour drive sucking down coffee and, a few cigarettes. I said it. And got there and ended up having a blast. Met up with a guy who talks to me on Facebook and he watches my videos. His name's Scott. Don't know if he wants his full name out there. Ended up running into a few YouTubers. Movie John 75. ECW fan, and his name is Richard, and I kept going blank. And only I had two short talks with him and stuff, when he got there, and then when I was leaving, couldn't remember his name, and I was about to call him ECW fan. How awkward, man. But anyway, and then there's a guy named Zach, who I'll probably put a link below. If it's not there when you watch this, come back, it'll be there. Who's just kind of starting out making videos, and he and I think another guy recognized me. They kind of walked up behind me like, "Are you Howlermouse?" Which is kind of cool. And but I think he was keeping an eye out for me because of one of my videos. I think I said I was going to try to get to Roanoke Comic Book Con. But anyway, did the hustle out there. Small show, not too bad. Not the smallest I've ever been to. And it was a good mix, man. There was one guy's booth where arm, leg, and a soul for a comic book. But it was kind of cool because he had like issue, 3, 4, and 5 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first prints from back in 84, 85 whenever it was they came out. We saw some good stuff. And then, I saw one guy that had a booth. He had a bunch of books like I have in my collection, man. 20, 30, 40 bucks up on a wall. It's blowing my mind. Yet I could go down to a 10-cent bin and, there's my Justice League run and stuff. But I found some good deals. 10 cents comics, 50-cent comics. A few comics where I just put up a stack. He was wanting $1 a piece, and he kind of, he knew me, and I was like, I'll give you $5. So I got a stack there. And then my buddy Scott, we went to lunch, ran into my brother and his wife, which blew my mind. I haven't seen them in 5 or 6 years, and we're all like 4 hours from the last place we met. Know why they were going to be there in Roanoke, eating at a place called Burger in the Square. Greatest burgers. Scott was sitting there eating it like that's a damn good burger, and I'm sitting there going, I feel happy, and the food was making me happy. And I kind of whined and bitched about a few things to Scott. Scott, thanks for just listening for a minute. You put me in a good mood. Sorry about that. And they had some cosplayers, not bad. Had a little costume contest, but how about we get to the comics since you sit here and listen to me. Anyway, great day, just a great day. It was awesome. Okay. So we are going to start out with. Here's some 10-cent books I got. Now, what's happened is I'm getting very specific on what I'm getting. I could have got some great deals on some great Bronze Age stuff, a bunch of Teen Titan books and stuff, and I'm getting really specific. I want to finish off my Sandman run. I got 2 issues of Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. We're talking about things that I've been looking for 10, 15 years. Just kind of kept an eye out, didn't really track down, and it's getting to where what I'm looking for is smaller and smaller. So I ended up just getting 10-cent boxes, ended up just getting 3 books. Justice League, number 9, to stick in my run. Like I said, some odds and ends. It's Superman apparently doing some kind of microsurgery on his Power Girl with some red solar radiation, it looks like. I've never read it. Madman number 11, I think. Madman number 11. 10 cents. And JLA Hitman number 1. I've had number 2 forever. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's getting where I'm starting to do these runs, and I'm wanting to fill things up, because I'm going to be tell you the truth, I was ready to take a long break from some comics. That's from YouTube videos. Alright, so as I'm going around, and I kind of like was checking out all the vendors and stuff, because I'm glad I did. This one guy had books for, I don't know, he had $2-3 a piece on them. I found them for 50 cents over here, and did this and did that. And as I got a bunch of these books, and I was heading back to get a run of Teen Titans, that's probably going to cost me about $8-9, you know, 50 cents a piece, you know. The guy stopped me, and apparently I just had to look. I just kind of looked at his booth. He had some girl there that he was talking to or something. I don't know what kind of back and forth they were having, and he just looks at me and goes, "You want this box?" And I'm like, "What's in it? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?" And he goes, "Well," he's like, "it's old Alan Moore stuff from 2010 AD, a bunch of quality comics and stuff. $10. I said, "Sold." The girl flipped out, said, I'm still thinking. And if she wasn't so rude and got in my face, not panicked, not, you know, trying to will and deal with the guy. I mean, I think that's what they were doing, but she was rude. I was going to buy them anyway, but I did not get them out of spite. But I told her I bought it, and I looked at her, I said, "You go through the box and I can make my money back off of you." Felt kind of weird, man, but very rude lady, you know. So I got these instead of my Teen Titans. And I'll probably do a video on these stuffs, but these are old quality comics and odds and ends. Whole bunch of Judge Dredd books, you know, that kind of stuff. Some odds and ends, old Alan Moore stuff, bunch of 2010 books and stuff. But, you know, but got that for $10. How's that for a hustle? It looks like, and he was selling the whole box for $25. That's interesting. Not individual issue for sale. Didn't even have to will and deal. $10. All right, so that was so got there a couple stacks here. I think this is the stack. Well, I looked at the guide and I said, "You got these for $2 a piece, or $1 a piece, $2 a piece boxes?" And I looked at them. I said, "I'll give you $5 for these." This is what I got for $5 on this lot. Okay. Hellblazer 94, Hellblazer 95, Hellblazer 98, Hellblazer 105, Hellblazer 106, and I think I got this one, but you know, it was in the stack. I just wanted to be sure. Hellblazer 109, pretty cool cover. Alright, and then we get up to the Tim Bradstreet covers. I think this is a Warren Ellis issue written in. Well, yeah, Warren Ellis did this one. 135. And I got some doubles, that's okay. 140. 137. 192. 194. And these right here, the Invisibles. Okay, I ended up getting a double and apparently put a book back that had Phil Jimenez art on it. Phil Jimenez. But here's Invisibles number 2, and I got 2 of these by accident. Number 4, and apparently I put back the Phil Jimenez issue. Okay, number 11. I'm tired, guys. Sorry if I'm not giving a little zip. Yeah, somehow that cover's showing up. And number 14. So, some Grant Morrison Invisibles there. That stack was $5. And that's about the time I ran into Scott. Alright, so then I picked up these 2 books on the side while we were standing there getting ready to watch the contest, I think. We're getting ready to leave for lunch. Deadpool Weapon X, I needed this one to fill in a story arc. Number 57, this is number 1 of Deadpool Agent Weapon X. They renumbered it just for this. It's number 57 of Deadpool, but they gave it a number 1. That's a Barry Windsor Smith cover, calling back to a Marvel Comics Presents that he did the Weapon X story in. I thought it was cool they got him. And then I got Forever Evil #3 for $1, and then when I got it home, I saw why it was probably so cheap. It's got a big ding on the corner there, but that's okay. This is the one where Ultraman and Black Adam go at it, so it has Black Adam on there. Alright, then these were 50 cents a piece, and I found this real interesting because they had their 50-cent boxes on the floor, and when I went through their top boxes, they had this same book for $10. Now the thing is still beat up. I mean, it's no doubt why it's not $10, but it shouldn't have been 50 cents. It's Ronin Book 1 by Frank Miller from 1983, I think. Alright, and when you open this up, I found out they had issue #2 in there. Now, this is the book I think was supposed to have been 50 cents and stuff, #2 of Frank Miller's Ronin, because the cover, as you can see, is ripped down the spine, and it's kind of beat up here and there and dog-eared and stuff. I may finally have a full set of this, even if I count this beat up copy. So, you know, as you can see with this one, it's definitely not mint, but it's still good. You know, got a little corner shelfware there. But yeah, Ronin #1 by Frank Miller. Then these were 50 cents, and either I didn't pick up one of the books in the arc, number 52 is the one I need now, or maybe I set it down, I don't know. There's another book that's missing that I thought I bought. But it's George Perez's return to the new Titans, the Teen Titans, number 50, and it's Who is Wonder Girl. And they probably didn't call it Who is Donna Troy because they've already had that story, like in issue, I think 38 or something, of the newsstand edition of the new Teen Titans. Yeah, 51. Love Perez art. Then we jump up to 53, so I got to find 52. I swear I thought I picked up the whole thing. Yeah, I'm still going with Perez. And like I said, I was about to go back and get a whole big run of the Baxter series and maybe 1 or 2 issues of the original newsstand, but I ran across the $10 box of comics. So that was pretty good. These were 50 cents a piece, but I still ended up getting a deal. This was the first booth I got. I think I got all these for $20. I think I might got a few of them here and there, but he had 50-cent boxes. And all right. Anyway, we got Fables. I may end up getting another run of Fables, going number 33. For, you know, roughly 50 cents, but you know, came down 42. This is right where, I think around here is where I stopped because they started telling me who the adversary was and I wasn't happy with it. I used to have the first like 42, 43 issues of Fables, and I sold them because of who they decided to make the adversary, the main bad guy. Because I was getting the idea that it was going to lead up to being somebody like Peter Pan or something. You know, it was going to be some character like that, and it was supposed to be Peter Pan. But then they told Bill Willingham that Peter Pan has a special copyright. The state, the country of England or something, allowed the Peter Pan rights to stay with an orphanage because it's, you know, the guy who wrote it had ties to said orphanage, and they made a special, you know, bending of the rules just so that all proceeds for Peter Pan help out the orphanage. So he couldn't use Peter Pan, and I was really pissed about who he had used. Alright, 43, I'm not going to say who it is, I don't want to like ruin it for anybody. And then I got this one. This is a piecemeal, but this is a really great issue of Justice League number 38. Adam Hughes is doing the art way back in the day, and it's where the Justice League of America got serious. This is a very serious story. Despero comes up, but what's cool is that they take advantage of the art and they do a magazine. It's like a magazine in the DC universe in the first couple pages of this. And this is really not hard to get, but hard to find, because when you find it, it's not that much, but usually they're all beat up or, you know, nobody want to get rid of it. And then we go into the Adam Hughes art. So yeah, this bro comes down and just raises hell on him. Alright, then I was lucky enough to find this. Here's issue 256 of the Avengers. I used to have these back in the day, but then I found this for 50 cents, the first appearance of Nebula, who's going to be in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. A lot of people are predicting this book's going to shoot up. I don't know if it has or hasn't, but I read it because Terminus and they were in the Savage Land. And we got a bunch of Hitman books. Like I said, piecemeal in it here stuff. He gave me a pretty good deal on these. Number 31. I've got to be down to like needing maybe just 12 issues of this by now. 33, 37, some vampire. If you haven't read Hitman by Garth Ennis, it's really good. It's like Butch Cassidy and the Kid, you know, with some humor. 39. Hey, thought I had 40. Yeah, 41. For tomorrow. 42. 43. Garth Ennis, of course, is the guy that does Preacher and The Boys. 45. Some dinosaurs. This is a good one. I love that. 6-pack, an old delusional drunk. Get you with the broke bottle. Going, you know, old school on you in the back alley. And the last issue, number 60. And number 60. Then I also got these. He gave me a deal on these. More Hellblazer, 66. I think these are Garth Ennis issues. Yeah, more Garth Ennis. 85. 87. 88. 89. 91. 92. 170. 171. Who wrote these? Azarello. 172. I hope I didn't buy that twice. 173. What is that? 181. And 188. Alright guys, that is the haul. We're at 15 minutes. Oh wait, there's a few more things here. My buddy Scott helped buy these, you know. But these were supposed to be $2 a piece, but apparently I miscounted them when I told the guy or something like that. But Leave It a Chance number 13 under Image. Square bound book. I think I just need one more issue now. 14 of this. This is by James Robinson and Paul Smith. Might do a little video on that. Phoenix, that last story, number 1 from 1983, where John Byrne gets to put in the ending, you know, the original, the untold ending, the original uncensored, never before published conclusion to the Phoenix saga. And this thing is in phenomenal shape. John Byrne, Terry Austin cover, wraparound cover. Went ahead and got me another Planetary number 1. Need to be checking out Planetary. And I think I'm down to needing 9 issues to complete my Neil Gaiman Sandman run. Here's number 34. Hopefully, you know, I didn't buy a double there, but I think I'm good. Alright. That's the whole haul, man, guys, for hanging in. And like I said, I will probably do a video on what I find in here that I got these for $10. So, see what I can find. Alright, later, guys.